morning, everyone. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. How is it the middle? No, actually, not in the middle. It's toward the end of October. I don't know where the year is flying. And that's kind of what ties me into what we're going to talk about today. So, you guys are in for a treat. So, we are going to do another interview today. And it ties into, the days just seem to go faster and faster, right? So we are going to speak with Alex Edwards with American Family Insurance, and he's got some wonderful insight as to how you need to act now. You don't need to keep putting things off because those days do keep going faster. I think as we get older, the years go faster, don't they, Alex?
It seems like it. It's all one big blur, and you look up and years pass. So you're absolutely right.
Yes, and that's why I really want to talk with you today and have people listen to what such important things you have to say because these are things you don't want to put off because it's so easy. It's like, oh, it's just insurance, it's just life insurance. I don't need to worry about those kind of things. But I really
hmm
want to just delve into those things and just for you to give your expertise. Alex is amazing, you guys. He's located in Ellisville, Missouri. His office number is going to be down in the description. So make sure that you reach out to him because he is a wealth of knowledge about so many things. But obviously, we're here to talk about insurance today. So tell us a little about what's trending in your industry right now, besides the prices.
Great question. I mean, it seems like everything comes back to prices. Yeah, I think a lot of companies out there are a little less likely to take on more risk or new risk right now, especially with home and auto insurance and more personalized items. Forecast for the next 6, 12, 18 months. I could see some companies merging. I can see a lot of companies that are looking to come together so they can mitigate risk and protect their bottom line. So obviously that affects us as the customer and our bottom line. So it's just getting with a good agent and making sure you're with a representative who's going to find the best value for you.
And you want somebody that has your best interest in mind, that there's a face that you can put with it, not just a 100 number that you call. And that's exactly what you provide.
Absolutely, yeah. It's funny you say that. I've worked really really hard to build my credibility over the years. And an example of that would be if somebody inquires about insurance and I quote them, I may tell them, hey, I don't think American Family is a great fit for you. I may refer you to company ABC. So I've actually referred business out because I think it'd be a better fit for the client. I know that comes back and then some for on my end. But yeah, it's very chaotic. It's kind of an unstable market. I'm just trying to give people peace of mind, make sure they got the best fit possible.
And that just speaks to your integrity by those things that you're doing because you're just looking out for the person. And you're right, those good things always do come back to you. So, what are you really passionate about? What type of insurance?
So, being married, two kids, I've become really passionate about life insurance. I know life insurance is kind of a out of sight, out of mind product for a lot of people. It's not a major concern as far as immediate bills. But I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I want to protect their financial future. So I'm very passionate about life insurance on kids because a lot of those products have living benefits where, as you're paying the premiums over time, they actually build up a cash value, which is like your own private bank. Kids are going to be adults someday, and they don't want to be in a ton of debt or take on a bunch of debt. So, what are some financial tools we can provide for them? Life insurance has been amazing. I've seen people use it to pay off major medical bills. I've seen people use it to help put a down payment on their first home at 25, 28 years old. So, um, a lot of people, it's life insurance. It's a death benefit. God forbid something happens. Here's the payout. There's so much more to it, and I've become well versed in it. And I love sharing my passion with other people.
Now, with the life insurance, I found one thing interesting is you just spoke on it a couple weeks ago at our networking meeting. How does that work to go into an adult policy once they turn 18?
Yeah. So if you get what we call juvenile whole life policy, which is basically you get it as a minor, whether it's as you're born at age 5, age 10, whatever, you can actually keep that policy active for your entire life. If you don't want to convert that to anything, still going to build cash, it's still going to be active, it's still a financial tool for you. As an adult, though, we get married, we start careers, we take on our financial situation changes. So if you need a larger face amount, a significant amount, we offer free conversion. There's no medical exam, there's no jumping through hoops to get there. Um, if you get the juvenile whole life at a young age, and then you find out that you have a health issue a few years later that would forbid you from getting life insurance as an adult, well, that's not factored in. You're automatically insurable and insurable at the best possible rate. So it's basically an opportunity to kind of get ahead of all that. God forbid you do take on some health issues. There's just all kinds of some perks and incentives involved to where people would want to act on it now compared to later.
Right. So to me that I found that very fascinating because when you get life insurance and you're our age, there's all kinds of hoops you have to go through, on blood
Yeah.
work and all these different physicals and all these different things you have to do. But this was amazing to hear that because I thought that was an interesting fact, kind of something that would prompt people to do that for their children at this age because they're
Right.
setting them up, for success later on and already to have that so they don't have to worry about setting that policy up. Now, is
Right.
this something that grandparents can do as well?
Absolutely. I see more grandparents actually purchasing this than actual parents. Again, for newborns, it makes a great Christmas gift. And again, it's a very we have obviously policies that can fit any budget. So yeah, any grandparents, parents, legal guardians are all eligible to purchase this kind of product.
Okay, excellent. So do you see this the parents are trying to do to protect the financial future of their children by doing this, or is that by getting their own
Mhm.
life insurance?
They're trying to provide financial avenues for the future. I mean, if you're anything like me, for example, I went to college. I had to work full time while in college. I had to quit college for a while so that I can work to pay to go back to college. Not getting my bachelor's degree till mid 20s. A lot of parents see that and they go, I don't want to put my child in that position. I want them to have enough cash value in a policy where it could cover tuition or it can cover room and board. So there's a lot of forward thinking when it comes to these type of life products. So I do see a lot of parents and legal guardians acting on it now.
Excellent. And I when it comes to life insurance, I always think about you because I think of your tagline at the end of our networking when you say, when it comes you should be grieving, not fundraising. And I
Yes,
think that and that's so when I think of life insurance, I automatically think of you because you are so passionate about trying to get people to do these things now and not wait because, we all know these things are going to happen. We have no idea when that
hmm,
impact is going to happen, but it's better to be prepared for it. And by doing that, it's just less stress on the ones that you're leaving behind.
absolutely. Well
Yes.
said.
So I'm sure you have those people that those clients that are just shopping purely on price, right? That's just the way it goes. That's just how some people are.
Hmm.
So what do you say to those people? How do you deal with the people that are just looking for price and they don't understand all the other things that go into it?
Right. That's a great question. Yeah, especially in this environment, a lot of people are just looking to protect their bottom line, and rightfully so. I totally get it. I see a lot of people in my industry that are selling packages that they're kind of like a one size fits all policy, and everybody is completely different. We have completely different situations. From what a lot of what I see, it's people paying for items that they don't have or necessarily have a need for. Or I can come in, customize it, saying, "Hey, based on your specific situation, I can provide A, B, and C. The price is competitive, so on and so forth." So that's how I provide value to the customer. It's not a one size fits all, like, hey, this is catered to you. If we need to make any changes, great, but I want to make sure it's customized to your situation.
Right, exactly. So why there's I mean, of course, insurance agents, they're everywhere, right? I mean, kind of like a pharmacy, they're on every corner. So
We're on
why
every
would
corner.
yeah, exactly. So why would somebody choose you? I mean, I know why I would. I mean, you can just see that just from what you're saying, but why would somebody
Yeah.
choose you over somebody else?
Well, I think on the personal side, like I mentioned before, I'm value over I'm a value agent rather than a transactional agent. I'm not just going to say, hey, let's just compare coverages apples to apples with your current carrier. Let's pray that I'm cheaper. I may go, hey, here's our price. The reason that it's this price is because you're going to get A, B, and C. which is significantly more coverage than the past company or whatever that looks like. On the business side, like I said, I see a lot of packaged policies. I'll give you an example. I insured a gym owner this last year, and they had me look at their information like, hey, take a look at it. Let me know if I need to trim some of the fat. Well, I found out that they were paying for commercial auto insurance for years. Well, they don't have any work vehicles. They all drive their personal vehicles to and from the gym. They don't have a fleet of vehicles to drive around and promote their product. So they were paying $1,200 more a year in premium for stuff they didn't need. So that's where I come in and provide the value. It's like, hey, this is your baby. Let's customize it so you have A, B, and C, and make sure it's not a one size fits all product. So I take a lot of pride in that, and I think it's the reason why people either come back to me or refer business to me.
Well, it's taking that extra time that I think people appreciate. They wanna put a face, they just like I said, they don't wanna call
Right.
an 800 number. They don't wanna pick somebody off television because it says the price is cheaper, because to me, you
Hmm.
get what you pay for. Right?
Exactly.
And that's so important because these things that you need them to be there when you need them. And that's why you need somebody in your corner that has made sure your policies are exactly what you need, or that you've got that life insurance policy there for the ones you're leaving behind, which just
Right.
provides so much for the ones left behind, less stress, and it just makes things go so much smoother. So is there anything else that you want to tell everybody before we sign off?
Uh, just make sure you're constantly reviewing your insurance with your agent, once or twice a year. Like anything else, the cost to insure anything or fix anything is always increasing, and you obviously don't want to be underinsured. So just a lot of reviews, a lot of follow-ups. Make sure your agent's doing their due diligence, making sure you're adequately covered. God forbid you have a situation where you have insurance, you have a total loss, insurance only pays so much, you're coming out of pocket a couple $1,000 on top of that. Now you're mad at your agent. I always encourage people to avoid that situation. Get with your agent, have that conversation.
No, that's excellent. And I really think the advice about the life insurance and thinking of it as a Christmas gift, even for grandparents to give I mean, it's right around the corner. It's something that, I mean, it truly is the gift that keeps on giving because it's
Right.
there for them. It's in place for them. And I think that is so important. So thank you for highlighting all those things about the importance of the juvenile whole life, because I think that really is a lot of things people don't know. I had no idea till you spoke at the networking
Yeah.
meeting the other day about that, and the benefit of doing it now and even rolling it over later. So thank you so much, Alex, for jumping on with us today and providing all this amazing information, because you are an absolute wealth of knowledge.
Well, I appreciate you having me on and allowing me to use your platform to kind of get the word out about life insurance. So I appreciate your continued friendship, and yeah, I want to help in any way. So let me know what that looks like.
Well, thank you so much, Alex. And if you guys want to reach out to Alex, again, like I said, his office phone number is down in the comment section. So please reach out to him. He can answer any questions, and he is so full of just good information. It's just nice to have a conversation with somebody that really has your best interest at heart. Again, Alex Edwards with American Family Insurance. And my name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares.